I guess the place to start is just, reaction to 2 seed and who you're playing. 2 seed in the West.
Yeah, I say this to you all the time. These guys, got 3 guys sitting next to me, went to the Final Four. 3 guys sitting next to me went to the Final Four as an 11 seed. So we're well aware that it's only a number. Now for our players playing, majority of our team is from the West Coast. So for our players and their families, it's a special time in their life. So obviously we're happy that their families are going to be able to get to games. That's how I look at it.
You know anything about UNC Asheville?
I know they've won. What is it? They won 18 out of 19. I just saw. But I haven't had a chance. I didn't see. I try to watch all those championship games, but I didn't get to see theirs. I saw a couple of them, but I did not get to see their championship final.
Coach, how big is it staying in the same time zone?
You know me, if we were ever going to use excuses, we'd have brought them up last night. So, but Coach Allen tells us it is. It's a good thing. But look, it's 40 minutes on the clock. You got to find a way to win. So I don't know. I think all that stuff's better for you guys. I still think we should have beat North Carolina in a different time zone.
Jaime, what's your reaction to the seeding?
I'm excited. We get to play. We listen to what Coach Allen said, try to get in the West, and we're excited that we got in the West and get to play in Sacramento.
Where's Gabriella? Did they come out yet, the women?
No, they come out
tonight at 6, I think.
What was just kind of the reaction in the room when you guys found out? Were you excited? You can go Sacramento, Vegas, a lot of family can come for all you guys.
We were excited to stay on the West. We were very happy out on the patio. This is very special for us and our families to get out and come see us in Sacramento. So we were obviously happy.
Tyger, was it a little different this time when you kind of knew you were going to get seated rather than waiting for the announcement, waiting to see if you would make it, like at the end of Selection Sunday?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like we talked about it a little bit when we were watching the selection show. But, of course, the first year when we got picked to the first 4 game, we were literally the last team to pop up on the screen. So, it was good this time to know that we had kind of instilled ourselves and we knew we were going dancing this year. So, yeah, it was good.
You guys are playing really well right now, no matter who's out there for you. How do you feel about that going into the tournament? Does that give you a good feeling going into the tournament, whoever wants to answer?
It's a good feeling, to be playing to have a big push this late in the season. So what we have to do is we have to keep growing. We have to we have a lot of freshmen that have never experienced, never been in a tournament. We have a lot of guys like myself and the guys who are next to me have been there, done that. So we just have to help them grow and pick up the slack with our team.
Which assistant will get the scout for this one?
Those guys will meet over that. They're all head coaches. There's a lot of jobs open. Our main coach Lewis got one last year, so hopefully one of those guys gets an opportunity this year, if not 2 of them. So yeah, I mean they're all great. So we'll break. There's 3 teams in our. We look at it like it's a 4-team tournament. We got to win 2 games, so they'll break them up, and we'll go from there.
Have the 3 of you talked about that this is your senior year and last chance together to really make some noise in the tournament? Do you talk about it, or it's kind of unsaid between the 3 of you?
No, we've talked about it. I think we've acknowledged it. I know us 3 have had a lot of conversations about this being our last year together and just embracing it. This is one final chance to make something happen. Our backs are against the wall right now, we feel like, but we're embracing it. We take everything that comes with it.
How much does that loss last night, how much can you use that as motivation for the tournament now?
I think we're just going to learn from it. It's a new season. we gotta have a short memory. We can't dwell on any loss, because right now it's a 1-and-out tournament. You lose, you're done. So we gotta have a short memory, get better, figure out things we need to do, look at the film, and go from there.
I just want to get Dave and Tiger's perspective on that question about the kind of the last dance together for you guys in the tournament, and what the opportunity you have to do something special together.
Well, we kind of just, of course, we think about it, but we kind of just try to listen to coach and just, it's one game at a time. And, all we're thinking about right now is UNC Asheville, and just trying to figure out how we can get a win. And, it's a new season, like Jaime said, and, we're ready.
I feel like it's the last chance playing with these guys. I feel like there's a level of urgency that we play with, knowing it's our last time. So we know that we can't take anything for granted. We have to put 100% effort throughout every game of this tournament, starting with UNC Asheville.
Coach, how's Adem physically? How's his spirits too?
His spirits are all. These guys will tell you, man. This guy's in a good mood at all times.
So I was thinking, was there ever a time he was in a bad mood ever?
He'd be a guy. I mean, if we had to go to war and we got captured, he'd be a guy in a good mood in prison camp. Like, this dude's unbelievable. His attitude's it's unbelievable. These guys, they'll tell you. So, but he's not nearly as sore today as he was yesterday. So, after seeing him today, I'm much more optimistic. He's much more pain-free today. So that's exciting. Just knowing him, how he is, I know, it'd take a lot to keep him off the floor. But I'll tell you, I think about this their last dance. Trust me. That's why I knew we better have a great year this year. When you got older players, that they understand how to win games. They just know, like you could look at the game last night, and you can say, if you analyze the last 2 minutes, okay, Tiger got, they worked the ball, Tiger got a wide open three. They worked the ball, Tiger saw the mismatch, got Jaime the ball at the elbow, got a wide open jump shot. Tiger knew to draw the foul when we were down 2. Like, he knows to do that. He knew exactly what he was doing when he drew the foul on Omar Ballo. And he knew, I got a big guy on me, I'm going to drive it and get a hand check. You can ask him. We haven't even I know that he knew that. That's why I was putting the ball in his hands, because he's not going to, like, you watch other teams play and they, like, I just watched a game that teams got 5 seconds left and they take a bad three. There's no way he's going to do that. He's going to go get fouled, or create a wide open shot for somebody. So it's just, it's an advantage. And when you know it, when you coach as long as 20 years as for me as a head coach, you just know, when you don't, like, you got guys that know how to win. It was so crucial. We didn't win, but everything they did, and even the last play, Jaime pushing the ball and finding a wide open shooter, instead of keeping the ball and having three, and would have ended up with 3 guys on him. So they made the right play every play down the stretch, which is why we've won. So, it's why we have more wins than anybody in the Power 5 and the Big East with 29 wins. So I know it. I'm well aware that it's the last dance for these guys together. But we are going to file a petition as soon as this season's over for Dave to come back.
How much do you like the way they're playing, just no matter who's on the floor?
Well, we try to create that, Ben. We try to create a no excuses culture. I try to teach them that about their life too. That if you have the toughness and the willingness to put in the work, you can get where you want to go. And then, there's a way to win a game. There's always a way to win a game. No matter, if Jalen Clark's out, Adem's out, God forbid somebody else, there's always a way to win a game. Okay, you just got, now may not be as easy. Your margin for error may not be as great. Okay, but there's still a way to win the game if you're willing to be tough enough to do it. And these guys are, because they want to win. That's what they're about.
Can you say anything about Jalen's availability for the tournament?
He's out.
For the whole
All
tournament?
right, all I'm going to say is he's out.
How unique, how special is it that you have these three guys here that you can trust on the court? That they're not surprising you or disappointing you, that they're doing the thing, like what you said,
Yeah.
play after play, they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, there's training that goes into that, experience goes into that, But they've been doing it for a while. Even if you look at our first year together, right, we won 11 of our last 14. So it really only took us to middle of January to get on how to win. And I remember back then talking to these guys after a film session. We lost at Arizona State, and then we won 7 straight. And then Matthews hit the shot on us. So we all, and I said, we're not losing anymore. And here's why we're losing. We talked about turning the ball over. And I showed, I won 8 in a row. I remember telling Tiger, and they stayed after. I said, guys, I won 8. I know you want to win, but I'm telling you, I know how to win. You got to believe me, okay? You can't win on the road if you turn the ball over. We turned it over at Arizona State profusely, and it got beat pretty decent. And I told them how we won 8 in a row in the old Big East, the best league ever, on the road. And there's a formula on how to do this. And they wanted to win, so they were willing to do what it took to become winners. My thing with when you play here, you play for probably the most important. You wear the most important jersey in the history of college basketball. No, you're not going to put on a jersey that means any more in the college basketball than it does here, and they know that. They appreciate that. So there's no sense, they appreciate being here. These guys have no sense of entitlement. And I know with them gone that making sure the guys that replace them and the younger guys, that's the key to continue your success. That is 100% the key. So I know I got my work cut out for me when they're gone. So it's the long answer to, I think about it because I know what I'm going to have to. It's not just their talent is, their talent. There's guys that are talented all over college basketball, but their team doesn't have the most wins of any Power 6 team. I know why we have them. So we're excited. Get back. We still got to get some rest. So because we play Thursday, we don't play Friday. So we got to get mental, emotional rest and make sure our gas tank's ready to go on Thursday. That's our most important thing.
For the players, you've all three been to a Final Four. What's the mindset you have to have going into the NCAA tournament to have a good run like that?
I think it's been the formula of success for our 4 years together, just one game at a time. Don't look ahead. Focus on the team that you got to play, and it's really just that simple, one game at a time.
What their role in bringing along the freshmen, the veterans' role, and because there's improved so much at them, Amari and the other guys. How much have these three here contributed to the freshmen's growth to where they are now?
How much these guys
Yeah.
have? Oh, I've told them from day one, you guys got to understand something now. They're in a new role. We lost, and people fail to realize we lost Jules, Johnny, Peyton, Miles, and Cody. So they always had older guys on the team than them. That how they were going to be in a much more of a leadership role, not just shooting the ball, but leading our team. And they had never played with young guys. Peyton was the only young guy they played with. And we were going to have 2 starters that are freshmen. And we against Oregon, we played 9 guys. 6 of them were freshmen. And won by 20. So, these guys had to lead them. So we talked about that all year. But it wasn't going to be hard. I just had to remind. They just weren't the older guy. They really, even though they were juniors last year, there were still seniors on the team, and older guys on the team than them. So that was, we talked about it early, and they've done a great job of it. A great job of it with our freshmen.